Hi, my name is Stephanie Lewis. I caught the bug for mission life as I was pretty young. I saw how my parents served people and how they loved people where they served, and that made a huge impact on my life. One reason why I think I am where I am today, serving in Cambodia, is because my parents involved me in their mission work. And so I wasn't just a child at home doing homeschool, but I was involved with anything that was going on, and my parents really encouraged me in that. I was in college at Southern Adventist University when I got a dreaded phone call one night that an accident had happened in Indonesia, and I knew right away that it was my dad and that he didn't make it. My dad served as a pilot, serving many hundreds of villages, and even in his death, there were villages that mourned his loss and held funerals for my dad, even though they could not attend his actual funeral. And that made an impact on me and my family, knowing that people loved him and valued what he had done for them. And he was a servant to all. He didn't care what they looked like or what the problem was. If he landed at an airstrip, someone would say, "Oh, pilot, someone has a toothache, would you please come check on them?" Or "Someone has a really bad wound, would you please come and check on him?" He would go right away, and he was a dentist, and so he would often carry his toolkit with him, and he would be able to extract a tooth or do some simple dental work. And so I know that he made an impact not only on my life, but on hundreds, thousands of lives. And it showed at his funeral. We had about 2,000 plus people, and then other villages who mourned because of that. And so that also brought us a lot of comfort. That was a very difficult time in our life, but there were so many miracles even surrounding the death and after death that there's no question that we could still trust God no matter the circumstances. I've been asked many times if it's difficult or scary to be in the mission field, and my answer is, if I'm where God wants me to be, then that's the best place to be. And so it can be dangerous no matter where you are in this world, but I know that wherever God wants me is where I'll be safest, and He knows what's best, and so I have to trust that. My dad always cared about those who were on the fringes, those who maybe wouldn't get the attention, and so he would make sure that those people felt that they were cared for. He would take care of them, whether it was just giving them a hug, helping them with dental work. That made a huge impact in my life, watching him do that, and that's something that I try to remember as I'm serving here, is to look for people like that may not be cared for otherwise, but giving them some of that attention. After my dad's death, someone told me something that has stuck with me all these years, and he said, "Your dad was a selfless individual, and that's something that you don't stop missing." And that's really stuck with me and impacted the way I serve and the way I see people now. It's given me the courage and the peace that this is where God wants me right now, in the center of Cambodia. And it's a place that's not always easy, but in those times I remember that God has brought me here, and it doesn't matter whether there's hundreds or one person that comes to Christ, because of their example and through my example here. And so I just pray every day that God will use me in some way to be His hands and feet here in Cambodia.